So the last piece we're going to need to do is make our slots for our square nuts. So we're in place from content center. And we're going to go to square. We're going to go to nuts, square, or other nuts. And we're going to go square metric. I think we want the first one. Click. M3. Apply. Dun, dun. All right. So now we're going to take and apply. Escape out. So I can now take and we're going to jump into the crankcase. We're going to start off by constraining this axis to this axis. Apply. We're going to set the angle between this and this piece to be 0 degrees. And we're going to set the distance from the top of the head to here. Nope, we're going to go to distance, flush, and we're going to offset by 0.1, negative 0.05, 0.25. That looks good. So I saw some meat underneath it, but that should be a nice strong screw point. Maybe we'll go a little higher actually. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and make a slot. So now we're going to go into our model. We're going to make a work plane that is on this edge and parallel to that. I'm going to start a sketch on this thing. I'm going to, in construction mode, project the geometry of this nut. And we're offset. Control Z. Turn off construction mode, then offset. And dimension from here to here, the 0.035. That should be good. And then we're going to extrude that. We're going to cut. All right, look, I think we're going to go all the way through. So distance all. And I'm going to cut a spot for both of those guys out. And then we're going to rectangular pattern that. We'll do that in a second. We're first going to put a hole for the screw hole. So we're going to start a sketch on the surface here. Project geometry in construction mode. In fact, we don't have that in construction. We're just going to use that as a real thing because that's the shape from the other side. Same thing, project geometry. We'll double check that. Dimension 0.128. Construction project geometry. Dimension 0.128. That sounds good. We're going to extrude those through. Cut. And we want to go 0.2, 5, 0.3. A little farther, 0.25 is probably good. Let's go back here. We didn't extrude both of them, so I'm done with here. And we're going to click on this profile. Yep, okay, we did both of them. Now we can take and rectangular pattern this, and this, I believe, pointing the other direction, 1.25. So now we can finish assembling this. So constrain, not that onto there. Apply. 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 Flush the outsides. Angle 0 degrees. And then flush the top of these. Apply. Let's go in here. Just hide this work plane. Constrain. Flush. Okay, that's weird. So I'm going to cancel that. And we'll just ignore that. For some reason, it was being very bizarre. But it doesn't really matter. So we have our engine. It's got 4 screws in it. It's got our crankcase. It's got our crank through it. If I spin the crank, the pistons go up and down. We are ready to start trying to print this. So most of this is going to be fairly easy to print. I can just go open each part, and we'll do that in the next video.